Hey peeps, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's Ritual Tarot 2nd edition unboxing day. I am so stoked to unbox this with you guys. I literally just went for my run and I ran to the post office after so that I could get this deck and then we could unbox it together because I have been so freaking excited for this deck. I cannot even tell you how excited I've been for this deck. Full disclosure, Tiera May did send this edition to me at no charge to me. So the author and artist did gift me this deck. I am so freaking excited, guys. So I actually have my Ritual Tarot, the 1st edition right here that was gifted to me by one of you lovely viewers. And okay, so it comes in this box. Oh my God, black bubble wrap, like hello, it's my entire life right there. Okay, oh, the deck comes in a box and here is the guidebook. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so freaking excited. It's not even funny. Like I have been, when I saw the Lust card for this deck, I died. I was so freaking excited. And oh, this beautiful Tiera May art, tarot music. I have listened to some of her music on her website. It's really good stuff. If you like Chelsea Wolfe, I think you would really enjoy that. So, okay, so the guidebook came wrapped in black paper, and then here is the guidebook. Card reproductions and meanings there. So it looks like, you know, if you have the 1st edition, you're going to be familiar with the introduction there. But this is a good jumping off point, and I do think it's worth giving the guidebook in collage type decks a read to understand the artist's motivation when it comes to, you know, how they created the deck and how they worked through the imagery that they layered together. So, guys, look at that backing. I'm so in love. Oh, I love this deck so much. I actually have another video that I'm going to be doing on the channel talking a little bit about some new awarenesses I've had with this deck. And I know one of you very lovingly reminded me that I still need to do a full review of the 1st edition. So that will be coming to the channel soon as well. Okay, so the box is nice and matte. Hold on, this is when I really don't want to break a nail because I got a fresh set. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited, so excited. I can't wait, I can't wait. Yes. Okay, so here's the inside, and it says, the Ritual Tarot is a handmade 78 card tarot deck created by artist Tiera May. Each card was constructed exclusively using analog collage methods and took over 2 years to complete. The deck follows the structure and symbolism of the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot and the Thoth Tarot. And then there's a quote, there's 2 quotes from here. It is my belief that each card in the tarot possesses a distinct personality. As I dissected and reassembled the traditional archetypes of the tarot, these personalities emerged from a timeless place. One that speaks to the archaic, but also holds space in the present. I hope the imagery speaks to you and the cards offer you deeper insight and direction in these strange times in which we are living. I strongly encourage you to tap into your psyche and use the cards intuitively. Develop your own meanings, design your own approach, create your own ritual. That's gorgeous. Well done. This is stunningly beautiful. Now, I will say, so here's my original. The backings have this beautiful kind of like space reminiscent backing there, so that there is a difference in the backings immediately. You will also notice that my deck, my 1st edition has gold edging, well, more like a bronze, that my viewer who lovingly gifted this to me, she had worked on doing that. So this does not have any edging on it. I will be doing my own edging as well because I enjoy doing that on decks that I really love. You guys know my TOV has red edging as well. So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like I might do black actually for this one. I did that with my Darkwood Tarot and I freaking love it. I love the black for the edging. Okay, I digress. Cardstock is almost a little bit softer. It's not as stiff as the first edition, a little bit softer. Now, this does not have the titles on the cards themselves. My viewer who gifted me her deck went through and put the card titles on. I will honestly probably be doing the same. Just helps my really sometimes over the top brain and mind to like relax around trying to remember the associations, even though I'm pretty familiar with this deck, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. I love this deck so much, guys. So yeah, the cardstock is a little bit different. I love this Lovers card. So beautiful. Hold on, I need a sip of tea, guys. I have been like running around like a crazy person this morning, as you can tell. Trying to get everything done before I start readings for the day. Oh, it just, oh my God, here's the Lust card. I have one of my very, very dearest friends in the whole wide world. She and I love this Lust card, and I feel like it's indicative of how we both portray the sacred feminine in our lives. So to my very, very, very dear friend, who I am sure is watching this, here it is, baby. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my God. This card is everything. And actually, this is one of the things that I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video on the Ritual Tarot. There's the Hermit. I love that pop of red from the brain matter there. I don't know. Tiera just really nailed it with this deck. It has such a, oh man, I just like, it makes me stop and look and like even this Justice card. I'm just story time really quickly because I'm going to try and move because I'm very freaking excited. I've been so excited to get this deck. I read for someone the other day, and this Justice card came up in regards to a connection in their life that they were dealing with. And Judith with the head of Holofernes, or you could also look at this as John the Baptizer and who was it? Salome? I can't remember. Don't quote me on that myth. I might be remembering it wrong. But this myth that's portrayed here in the center of this Justice card is fascinating to me, and it was like spot on applied to the situation. And I was like, if I had not, you know, checked in and drawn, heard that I was supposed to use Ritual Tarot for her, we might not have like gotten to that place in the reading and really been able to explore that unique energy in the situation, right? But because it was this image that's portrayed in the center, I don't know, it was just really cool and really powerful. And I was like, that is freaking awesome. Side note, I have to say this Death card oddly reminds me of the Saw horror movie series. I want to play a game. I don't know, it just does. I'm so excited. I love this deck so much. This deck is one of my ride or dies, and I will be doing an updated my top 5 decks of all time. And as you guys know, this deck's going to be on that list. I love this deck so freaking much. Here's the Moon. There's just so many layers. There's so many things that you can do with this deck. I don't know. I feel like I might do a workshop with this deck in the near future. It's so freaking gorgeous. I'm just, I love it so freaking much. And I would definitely say if you are, you know, new to tarot, or if you really want to build a very special relationship with this deck, create your own tarot journal to go with this deck. And then every time you draw from this deck, every time you work with this deck, you know, go in, write down your first intuitive hits on like what you get when you pull the deck for yourself, then reference her guidebook and like build your own symbolism and language structure with the deck. And that's a way that you can really get to know and connect with this deck at a very deep level if you're feeling like you want to get the most out of this deck, because it is an independently created, produced, self-published deck. And so it is an investment deck, but this much like the nameless one is 1,000% worth the investment. Like, I would rather have one of these decks than 5 Hay House decks. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think it's like looking at our investment in a, like, what I've been saying that a lot lately, like, are you getting the most bang for your buck here in regards to the deck that you're working with? It's like, you know, what are you going to get the most quality out of? Not necessarily quantity, but what are you going to get the most quality out of from a deck? Because ideally, you want it to be a deck that's going to grow with you and that you can really explore your, I love this Ace of Cups, which is on, let me double check myself. Yeah, we have that dove reprinted there. I love that. I digress. I'm so excited. Like, I can't even, guys. I'm so stoked about this. Yeah, so you know, you want a deck that can grow with you, that you can grow with, and that you're really going to get a lot out of as time goes by. Like, that's ultimately what we want from our tarot decks, right? Like, we want something that we can use and that we can really, this 5 of Cups just blows my mind every time. It's so powerful. That we can really get the most out of. That's not something that just, I don't know, to me, like, I don't like those decks that just sit on the shelf and never get used. Even to be able to say that you have it after a time, it's like, you know, was it worth the investment? Did you get the most out of it? That's always my thing. Like, I don't know, that could be my Taurian sun energy, Sagittarius rising, Scorpio moon energy of, like, if I spend the money on it, I want the full package experience. And look at this Ace of Swords. I love it so much. I'm a bougie bitch. I like to get the most out of my investment, you know, and I like to feel like it's a good experience. I want the whole experience all the way around. I love this 2 of Swords. This is one of my favorite 2 of Swords representations that I've seen to date. And of course, I mean, the 3, like, does it get better than that? I like that you get that resting angel vibe here. 4 of Swords in TOV is an interesting one to, like, do a comparison of. And one of you recently asked me if I would do a video on the channel with, like, my favorite individual card depictions, and I've really been sitting with that, so thank you for requesting that. And yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. Okay, this 8 of Swords, I'm just double checking myself. Wait, no, it's 9 of Swords, excuse me. This 9 of Swords, I think, hold on. This is the 8 of Swords. See, that's why I need the card titles, because that's like, that gets me tripped up. I like counting in real time while I'm looking at this. This 8 of Swords is really, really powerful. And I think it very clearly shows how we can keep ourselves imprisoned, how we can keep wounding ourselves within our mind, right? Like, this depiction is so visceral of that. It's like, holy shit. And that's why I love this deck so much. Like, look at this 10 of Swords. Oh my God, guys, I'm so, like, I love this deck so much. I'm so excited to have this edition. I'm so excited to have that Lust card added in here. If you're a Thoth or a Thoth tarot fiend, you'll love the addition of the Lust card, that we haven't lost that energy, that Crowleyan energy there. Oh, I love this 3 of Pentacles so much. Oh my God, I have to do some traveling this weekend, and this deck is coming with me. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I love this deck so much, guys. It's so good. So, 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 so good. Ah, there's that 9. And that 9 of Pentacles, you know, I have to say, not my, like, aesthetically one of my most favorite 9 of Pentacles energies, but that she nails it with the Three of Swords. So this King of Coins or King of Pentacles is one of my favorite depictions of the King of Pentacles ever. So to all my Capricorns out there, I love me this King of Coins. It's so gorgeous. So, okay. So my first, I mean, I think you know how much I love this deck, guys. Like, I have not been able to stop talking about it since I was gifted the first edition. I love this deck. I love the addition of the Lust card. I like the subtle differences for those of us who are collectors that Tiera included in this one. I'm excited to make it my own with, you know, changing the color of the edging with a Sharpie and adding card titles in so that I don't have to stop my flow in a reading to try to make sure I have the right card number. But I am so stoked and excited to work with this deck. You know, it's kind of like continuing the journey with the first edition with the second edition. And I will say that I will be using this edition like going forward because I do want to bring that Lust card into the readings. And if I were just to take the Lust card out of here and put it in my first edition, the backing is going to be different and that's going to bother my brain. I'm a little bit, what's the right word, anal about shit like that. So, Ritual Tarot second edition, so freaking stoked. Tiera, you knocked it out of the park. I love this deck. If collage tarot decks speak to you, or if you don't love collage as a medium and yet you read like a BAMF with these style tarot decks, which is the case for me, like seriously, then I think this is an investment that you will love. However, I'm going to have a full review of the Ritual Tarot up on the channel as soon as possible. I'm also going to have an additional video talking about my personal experience with this deck based on some things in my past that I found to be really healing with working with this deck. So those two videos will be coming to the channel very, very soon as I can possibly record them while I'm in Ritual Tarot mode. But I will have the link to purchase Tiera's deck down below. I really highly encourage getting the second edition because you've got that gorgeous edition of the Lust card, which is just absolutely freaking stunning. And I think if you are called to honor the sacred feminine in your path and you're looking at honoring the energy of the Magdalene, the energy of the sacred prostitute, if you're working with Isis energy, if you are working with Kali Ma or Sekhmet or Lilith, if you're calling in the archetype of Jezebel or the energy of Babylon the Great, if you're working within Christian mythology, this is a card that's like so representative of that aspect of the sacred feminine, and it's a very special card. It's not a throwaway card, and I feel that Tiera crafted it very much in that energy of Babylon the Great and Jezebel and Lilith and that Kali Sekhmet energy in its fiery state. That's very empowering. So if you are wanting to work with that, this additional card in this deck gives you that ability. So link to purchase the deck is down below if you are interested in purchasing it. And as I said, I will have 2 more videos coming to the channel on this deck very, very soon. As always, I am sending you so much love and many blessings. Thank you for hanging out with me while I'm so excited to open this deck. It's like fucking awesome. I love this deck so much. Anyhow, much love, many blessings. See you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.